Hello again, everybody. This is Craig Evans of Autism Hangout, and thank you for tuning into this Autism Hangout special report. Today I'm out in western Minneapolis at one of my favorite stores for optimistic, encouraging, helpful ideas and products for our special kids. It's the Autism Shop, and we're going to go in today and talk to Cheri Saltzman about what's new. Cheri Saltzman, I'm back at the Autism Shop. It's so good to see you. I love coming out here because you always have good news for our special kids.
Thank you, Craig. It's always great to see you, too.
And I just walked through the door. I couldn't help but notice there's a new book over here.
Our new favorite just arrived. Been there, done that. Try this.
The Aspie mentors that put that together are a wonderful group of human beings, and I hope that this book helps literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people.
Well, it was wonderful, so.
Well, thank you. You know, I walked through the door and I met with what looks like an outside playground. I realize this is a prop, but can you tell me a little bit about some of these swings and these other things that can now be installed in the house?
Yes, these are so great for our kids who really do well with swinging. It's so calming for them. And it's something that people who even live in apartments can install, because the support bars carry so much weight. You know, this one is installed with screws, and that will hold well over 200 pounds. The most popular is the strap swing. And then, especially for older kids, step into my playhouse. We've got the net swing, which is so great for older kids. They can lie in it, they can sit in it, they can curl up in it, and they love that pressure from underneath that it gives them. And then if you put a weighted blanket on top of them, that's actually heavenly for a lot of kids.
Wow.
Because it supports them and gives them pressure on both sides of their body. And they'll sit in here, they'll swing in it. You know, some kids will sleep in it.
The beautiful thing about this is you can put it up in apartments.
You can use the non-screwed method, which is just pressurized, and that will hold 100 pounds. So for people living in apartments or places where they don't want to mar their woodwork, it's a good choice, as long as their kids are smaller.
Excellent. Okay, so we've got this swing, we've got the sling swing. Okay, what else do they make?
They've got the trapeze.
Oh, wow, nice.
And then also the toddler swing. I've got it facing the other way, and this has a harness in it and a seat belt.
Excellent. Okay, now I noticed when I came in too, you've got a display right up front. You are known for many things at the Autism Shop, and one is your weighted blankets.
Yeah. My husband sort of only half-jokingly says we should rename the shop the Chewy, Fidget, and Weighted Blanket Place, because those departments are so busy here. But these are so fantastic. We looked long and hard to find a really well-made, comfy, cozy, heavy weighted blanket that covered the core of a child's body. And we found a seamstress right in our own backyard who works in the engineering trade. And you can see from her work, from her stitching, how beautifully made the product is. It's double lined, the fleece side is lined, and the flannel side. They come in a number of different fabrics and sizes. This is the lap size, 3 pounds. Then we go to 5 pounds, 8 pounds, and we do make a 12 to 14 pound size.
They're washable, of course, but can you tell me about the component that holds the weight?
Yes, these are the only ones that I have ever seen that are filled with what we just refer to as polished aggregate. It's aquarium stones. And what's so great about it is it delivers the most weight per square inch to the child's body.
The blankets are wonderful. Now, you mentioned Fidgets and Chewies.
Yes, Chewies. We think we've been told we have the best selection of Chewies and Fidgets around. And this side is all devoted to more of your standard style Chewies that a lot of people are familiar with. And they come in different densities, everything from a fairly soft version all the way up to a brand new extra tough version. And lots of different styles and colors. But then around the other side, we've got a huge selection of non-therapeutic looking Chewies that have been wonderful.
Wow, what fun.
We have fish, we have starfish, we've got a turtle, a frog, a square, egg-shaped, all kinds of different things, an owl over here. And coming back into stock soon will be robots and heart shapes. And these are for not as aggressive chewers, but kids that still need something to chew on. And we carry them in a lot of colors and shapes too, so even older kids, you know, say a teenage boy, you know, can use this. And a lot of the kids they'll slip them inside their shirts and then just take them out when they need to do a little chewing, and they're very unobtrusive.
Now, I noticed this, tell me a little bit about this. Is this a breakaway?
Yes, each of these has a breakaway cord so that if it gets caught on something, you don't have to worry about choking. They're also adjustable in length. If you want to shorten it, you just slide the cord through the clasp and cut off what you don't want, retie it, and put it back in place.
Excellent.
So,
now, I know you've got some new things we've never seen before. Let's go back and look at that. This one is especially exciting.
this is so fantastic. Everybody was carrying this when it first came out around Christmas time, and it totally sold out. Even the manufacturer sold out. So it's just come back into stock. It's called Sands Alive. It is so fantastic. I wish you could feel it. It's non-toxic. It does not grow bacteria. It never dries out. This has been sitting out for weeks.
Is it really sand?
You know what it is? It's pulverized seashells and mineral oil.
Wow.
And we carry it in a number of different versions. This is the starter set where you get everything for about $24. And then we also carry a larger version that 2 kids can play in at once, and it comes with a large, little more industrial weight tray on short little chubby legs, and 3 times the amount of sand and even more tools and molds to play with. And then we also carry just 5 pounds of sand. Now this is compressed, so actually when you open this and fluff it up, this becomes enough to fill this entire kit.
Wow.
And then we also now have just a little 1 pound size. And these are $13, so very nicely priced.
Hours and hours of fun. Very therapeutic at the same time. Now, I just noticed you've got another fidget here too that was not on the other display. Tell me about this one.
Right. This is something that we created along with the help of a Minnesota teenager who wanted something that he could fidget with, that moved, that felt good in his hand, and that wasn't so childish looking. So we worked on this a number of ways, and we found a local inventor to actually put it together for us. It's just an acrylic rod, and then it's got a movable wheel on the end that's glued in place. So you just hold it like this, and then here's your movable part. And it doesn't look like anything. It could, you know, you can add a keychain to it or a carabiner to put it on a backpack or a notebook, or just keep it in your pocket. It's also very easy to just have it in your pocket and reach in and fidget with it.
Have you had feedback on it yet?
Oh, people love these. In fact, one woman who was on the spectrum bought one day. She came back 2 days later and she said, I couldn't put it down. So, and we've had a lot of people buy it for their kids with attention deficit issues. We've had some people buy it. They come in and looking for something for their child, and they end up buying it for a spouse.
You've got one other thing over here too that looks familiar.
Yes, and I know you just did a report on these. These are personal identification stickers that were created by a company out east. And originally they started with wristbands. And what's unique about them is they've got a QR code. So say a person is wearing one and they become lost or disoriented, anybody can help them. Anyone with a smartphone can text a particular number and get the critical information needed, or you can use the QR code, and ahead of time parents and caregivers can actually type in a 2 or 3 sentence description.
Wonderful product. Isn't it fun to see all the innovation that's coming out?
Yeah.
I want to thank you for bringing these things in, and thank you for what you do for our special kids. It's always a treat to come out here and see you.
Thank you, Craig. Right back at you.
How do people find you?
Oh, we're on the internet, autismshop.com. We ship all over the country, even into parts of Europe and Asia. Or they can come to our shop in Minnetonka, Minnesota. And we're here, I'm always here. And we're happy to help you any way that we can. Or call us, we'll help you over the phone too.
Excellent. Thank you, Cheri.
You're welcome.